Hey there, cosmic adventurers. Welcome back to another episode of The Spiritual Gaze. I am one of your hosts, Brandon.
And I am your other host, Angel.
And this is our twice-monthly podcast dedicated to exploring the wide reaches of spirituality without pretending that it all makes sense.
This.
I had some afternoon caffeine today, can you tell?
Yes.
I needed it. Introduce yourself.
I'm Angel Lopez. I am a writer and a film producer and an astrologer.
Correct.
And a teacher and queeler of metaphysics.
Oh, queeler. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard
Remember
queeler in
her?
a while. Queeler.
Yes. For those of you who haven't listened or watched for a long time, it means queer healer.
Queeler.
Yeah, we trademarked it.
Well, it's good to bring that, to trot her back out at the very end of Pride Month.
Yes, happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
I mean, we're very rainbow here.
Just every day.
Every day. We're full of rainbows.
24/7, 365.
Fuck peptides. We pump ourselves full of rainbows.
Yeah, but also like, I wouldn't say no to a peptide. I'm Brandon Alter. I am a queer, non-binary spiritual healer, astrologer, tarot reader, writer, and teacher of metaphysics. And we are husbands.
We are.
And we're back from our vacation.
Oh my God. I know. Should we just jump into like a full check-in on ourselves?
Should we just
and our
check
lives?
in post-vacation?
Yeah, I think we should do a joint check-in account.
Okay.
And then we can also talk about our own feelings.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how post-vacation depressed are you?
Between 1 and 10, you said? Like 37.
Yeah, I'm like 45.
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss a plaza.
Oh.
I just like miss a place where like people just like gather and hang out.
Yeah, I miss a day where I walk 20,000 steps.
Oh, I know I miss that too. But like you're entertained the whole time you're walking.
Oh yeah, I'm not mad about it because I've packed the right footwear.
Yeah, we did pack the right footwear.
And we also picked up some new footwear along the way.
We picked up a lot of things. There's a lot of shopping. We had to like buy a new bag just to transport all of our goodies back home.
You know, that's what happens when you're in Europe. We were in London. I was there for my very first time. We were in Spain. We were in Portugal. We fucking did it.
We did it.
It was so lovely.
In London, we went and we visited this metaphysical bookshop where they have Pamela Coleman Smith, who is the artist of the tarot. They have her original fireplace that they bought off eBay from her original house that's like 40 miles outside of London.
So wow.
And they have installed it in the like basement of this metaphysical witchy bookshop. And only if you know that it's there will they like invite you downstairs to see it. So I knew it was there. So I walked in. And I asked this like cool witchy girl if I could see the fireplace. And she was like, of course. And she like took the stanchion away from the staircase and she like led me down. And it's this like soapstone. Like it's a fireplace made of soapstone. They've like turned it into an altar. It was like a very cool sacred moment that we got to have there.
It was.
Yeah.
It was so surprising too because we just happened to, come upon it. And then getting to have this like quiet little sanctuary moment in the middle of London.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool.
It was very special.
I don't remember the name of that bookstore though. I'm sure we have it somewhere.
I could Google it.
But if you're listening, thank you for letting us
Treadwell's.
Treadwell's. Good work.
Wow.
Bitch.
I'm impressed with myself.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
That brain.
I know.
Caffeine.
Caffeine.
It's amazing.
My favorite drug.
It's so good.
Especially for an air sign.
But yeah, that was pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
And we
saw the amazing Catherine Tate in O'Mary.
Yes, we did.
I laughed so hard I cried.
It was amazing.
Yeah. And then we went to Madrid and we saw Bad Bunny with 60,000 of our closest Spanish friends.
It was like a pilgrimage.
It was such a pilgrimage, especially because we took public transit.
Oh my gosh, with all 60,000
of our
people.
closest friends. Yeah. It was wild, just like smushed in there like sardines.
But talk about just profoundly energetic experience.
Oh my gosh. Talk about like the king of Pisces.
Oh my God.
He's so emotional.
I know.
He's like so emo.
Very emo. And even like his voice is Piscean. Like the sound of his voice sounds almost like it's
Underwater. Yeah. And it's like very kind of like hypnotic.
Mm-hmm.
He also was just like fully drinking on stage, which feels very Pisces.
Yeah, he was pouring shots of tequila for people in the
Yeah.
audience
Yeah.
and on stage.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And he also just like plays for like 2.5
It was a
hours.
long show.
No boundaries.
No boundaries.
God, I wish I could have just stayed there. I see how people just like run away and like follow people on tour, become like groupies.
Yeah.
I would be a Bad Bunny groupie.
I mean, you were a Madonna groupie for a while.
Not really.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I would see her on every tour, but I didn't like follow her from city to city.
Didn't you though?
No.
Didn't you see her in 2 different cities this last time she came around?
Yeah, but that's like that's not a groupie. Like
No.
groupies go like
Yeah.
I have a longtime friend, Crazy Jerry Rojas, who literally is a Madonna groupie.
Yes.
Like travels around the world to see her probably like on like 60% of her world tour.
That is wild.
I mean, what's wild is how much money he spends.
I don't want to know.
We don't know how she does it.
Well, she probably has family money. That's how anyone does anything these days.
Well, now we're getting into personal territory, and
I don't know her life, and I don't know
her
life
either. But
I'm just assuming.
good on you, bitch. But yeah, I would definitely groupie for Bad Bunny.
Okay, so then we went to Barcelona and we saw your cousin,
Yes.
and we shopped till we dropped.
Ate amazing food.
Yeah, the best food was in Barcelona.
Yeah, it was so good.
And then we made our way to Portugal.
Yeah.
And we spent 3 days in the Douro Valley by the most magnificent river.
Yeah,
And then we
beautiful.
finished in Lisbon.
Yeah, a city neither of us had been to before
Yeah.
and fell in love with.
Loved Lisbon.
Yeah. It's a really cool, quirky town with a really hilly layout.
Yeah, steep infrastructure.
Yeah.
Many stairs.
Yeah, and we happened to be there during this like big festival
Yeah.
that they were having.
For some saint.
No,
for a writer.
Yeah. But all of the neighborhoods were fully decked out. People were in really heavy like celebration mode. It
Yeah.
was so fun.
We were ahead of the Pope everywhere we went.
We were.
Remember, we got to Madrid right before the Pope was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And then we got to Barcelona right before the Pope was supposed to be there.
Well, he asked us to set the vibes, and we did.
We did. We
So,
really did. We paved
You're
the way.
welcome, Pope.
Do you even know the Pope's name?
Still waiting for your check.
Do you know his name?
Pope. Leo,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
right?
Yeah.
It's Leo?
That's interesting.
How so?
Just that Jupiter's about to move into Leo,
Oh
and
my
we've got a
God.
Leo Pope.
Look at that.
We have a Leo rising president. Interesting.
Okay.
A lot of Leo.
Really? We were doing so well.
This is the world we live in, and we're going to talk about that world today. So buckle up, buttercups.
Oh, great.
Oh, great.
A very politically charged episode. It's not, but we are going to talk about the current astrology.
We're going to
which
do a cosmic
does-
update.
yes.
There's a Mercury retrograde. There's a full moon, Jupiter, as I talked about.
Yeah. And then we're going to get into a bit more of a discussion on Chiron and its current shift into Taurus.
A discussion?
Yes.
Will there be a question and answer section?
For me, because my Chiron is in Taurus.
So
I look forward to all the questions you've prepared.
I have a lot of questions.
Oh, really?
Do you have a lot of answers?
Honey, all I have are answers.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Oh, great.
Good. That was my Liza Minnelli.
It's really great.
Good. Oh, good. Great. In any event,
Are you okay?
no, I've had a lot of caffeine.
Clearly.
My nervous system hasn't recovered from our beautiful trip.
I want to know now in hindsight
Mm-hmm.
what, lesson or lessons
Oh, okay.
can you find yourself taking away from this European adventure that you can share with the people and inspire?
I actually have a list.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at you.
I have a list of lessons, of things I learned.
Wow, look at her walking the talk.
So
She's doing a Substack for herself.
an air sign in Gemini season
Is this what you do?
takes a lot of notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While you're stuck in traffic.
I mean, they're not that deep, so don't get too excited.
Always wear green. Looks so good with my eyes.
Wait, where are they?
Oh, wow.
I know.
This is riveting.
I know. This is so embarrassing.
This is the content everyone shows up for.
Stop it. Hold on. Oh my God, I can't find them.
Maybe your notes aren't syncing anymore, like mine.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. Otherwise,
Honey,
we'll let it go.
we've given you 25.
Okay. All right.
I'm about to start doing my Liza impression.
I'd love to hear it.
Nobody wants to see that.
I think I accidentally deleted them.
Wow.
Wow. Isn't that just the way?
Look at this.
Fuck me. Okay. So I guess.
That's guru behavior.
What?
To just like, make a list of all of the lessons and then delete them.
I didn't
It's
do
very
it on
Buddhist.
purpose. Okay. So walking is healing.
Okay. Yes.
I remember writing that down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm just going to throw the list aside. I'm just going to speak from my heart. I think the thing that I learned on our travels as an honorary Pisces rising pretty much everywhere that we went was how similar we all are.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's very easy, like living in Los Angeles, in California, in the United States, I had this idea of like being siloed, like we have this like unique experience. And everywhere you go, I felt like we were having these like very deep conversations with taxi drivers and servers and sales associates and concierges. And there was just so much common ground.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think this illusion of how different we all are, and obviously we're all individuals and we all have our own unique experiences and our own personal traumas and gifts and things of that nature, but we really are so similar and we all really do want the same things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really thinking about that conversation we had with that taxi driver as we were leaving Porto. And he was just talking about how fear is really like what keeps people from connecting with each other.
Yeah.
Do you remember this conversation? And so I think the lesson that I take away from this trip, because it had been like 13 or 14 years since we traveled to Europe. I mean, we've been to like Mexico and South America, but I feel like since COVID, our lives have been very small. I think the lesson was like, keep expanding your life because it reminds you how similar you are with everyone and you stay connected.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the biggest lesson that I learned. What about you? What's the biggest lesson you learned?
Well, first off, I need to have a sip of water. I've been a little sick, everybody, but I'm much better.
I thought you were going to consult the list that you wrote of all the lessons you learned. I really can't believe I deleted it.
Oh, I do have a list.
Oh, you do?
I actually have a scroll.
Uh-huh.
If I can just go to the car and
go
get
for it, Angie Katsidivis.
Yeah, no, I don't have a list. I actually think that the thing that really sticks out for me as a lesson that I'm actively integrating is solely about presence. Which, when I think of presence, I think actually about our conversation with Lori Liu that we had here.
Yes.
Where I was talking about like purpose is like the presence is purpose, right? Like our purpose is the presence, like being present in the moment.
Yeah, you've been polishing that chestnut for months now.
Not well. But I would say that I got on this trip and particularly found myself up against the same anxious thoughts and worries and life questions that I had been grappling with at home. But as the trip went on, I found myself being more and more present with the experiences we were having and just being in the moment of every little twist of the adventure. And that would honestly, like at times, just eliminate the anxious thoughts, the worrying, or would really assist in minimizing it. If I had a, anxious thought about, something that I was dealing with my health, for example, at the time, like I would be like, well, if it becomes a real issue, I'll know and then I'll deal with it. Whereas before we left, I would like lose an hour just kind of like spinning and twirling and worrying and like not being able to focus on anything. And so since we've returned, I have like found myself, better able to like snatch the anxious worry or thought before it like runs away. And I've also just returned to my meditation practice, which I hadn't done in a while, like on a committed level. And I think that was so important for me. It's something I was deeply committed to for years and have always believed it is the basis for like a better spiritual life. And I think for myself, like that is so key. So I think if anything, like the lesson of presence, as well as just like the advice to meditate, even just for 5 minutes, just quiet it down. It's so funny. Like I feel like in my meditation today, I just like realized like how potent my Aries Mercury is, because like my thoughts are all about like accomplishment. Like it's always like, but you could do this right now. You could do that. Like I was like literally like, okay, I'm just gonna breathe. Just breathe in, breathe out, Angel. Breathe in, breathe out. Like that's just like, I know I need words, but then my like mind would go like, well, you know how to relax. Like do a crossword puzzle. And I'd be like, breathe in, breathe out. Like,
do a crossword
yeah, I'd
puzzle.
be like, read a book. And I'd be like, breathe in. And I was just like, all of these are just like things I can like accomplish, like, look at me, I'm reading a book. Look at me, I'm doing a crossword puzzle. I know, totally. But it's just like so funny. It was like all these things that were just
Wait,
like, I was
is
like,
that
that's
how
not
you
relaxing.
feel when you're reading a book?
Like I'm accomplishing something.
But
like,
do you feel
I'm
like people
relaxing.
are like, oh, look at that person. They're reading a book.
No, it's not even about other people. Because
Like
I'm
when
usually
we're in
not,
bed at night and you're reading a book, are you like thinking like, wow, Brandon's like so impressed
No.
that I'm reading a book right
No,
now?
it's about Aries, right? It's like I'm like, it's got this competitive nature of like,
so
like
interesting.
do something. It's really about like do something, right?
Uh-huh.
So even if like I'm meditating, like the idea of just like relaxing and like quieting the mind, it's like my mind tells itself like, you're accomplishing that when you're reading a book, like, see, you're doing something, you're doing good. And I'm like, no, girl, like it's not the same. Like I just need to like shut the fuck up, like just get quiet and chill.
It's interesting. It's like that's your mind trying so desperately to hold on to control, because
Yes.
meditation is the antithesis of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Your
like
mind's like, don't do
finding
this thing that will disempower me.
Right. Read a
Do a
book.
crossword puzzle.
I swear. My mind literally went, you do a crossword puzzle.
She's shifty.
Honey, that's something.
She's shifty.
Well, that's what you'll put on the paperwork when you have me committed.
She's shifty?
She's shifty.
I don't think you have to put anything on the paperwork. I think you just have to write a check.
Oh, okay. Now we're getting dark. You're just waiting to the day you can commit me.
No. I'm committed to you.
You are committed to me, whether you like it or not.
I like it.
We'll get committed together.
No.
We'll go to couple.
We're not going to couples psychiatric ward. It doesn't even exist.
That'd be so romantic.
Oh, goddess.
Oh my God. That'd be so fun. That's like a Netflix series.
No, thank you.
Nobody wants to watch that.
It's called Committed. I think that is a show, actually.
Wasn't that a
isn't it?
Sarah Jessica Parker show? No, hers was about divorce.
Yeah.
It was a show.
Called Divorce?
I don't know. We're off the rails.
We're off the rails. So we checked in. So we went to Europe and now we're back. And
We learned lessons.
Vacation changed everything and nothing
my
at all.
God.
Everything's still the same.
We're still the same, everyone. We haven't changed a bit.
Can I just like rant about Los Angeles for just like 30 seconds?
Sure.
I just hate that there is nowhere to go here. Like Like there's just nowhere to go.
It's a big town.
I know, but you go to one location and like that's it. Like there's nowhere you can go where you can like go to multiple locations. Like I went to meet a friend at the Capri Club yesterday, and we went to the Capri Club, and that was great. But I don't want to spend like 6 hours at the Capri Club. I wanted to go somewhere else. Then you got to get back in your car. You got to drive somewhere else. I just feel so frustrated by the lack of walkability in this city.
That's what malls are for.
No.
You can go to Bath and Body Works. You can go to Nordstrom.
But literally, that is Los Angeles. It's just a bunch of malls connected by roads.
You can go to Pop Mart.
No, I don't want to. I want to go to. I just want to sit and like drink an Aperol Spritz and then like walk and see beautiful old buildings and then like stumble into a park and then. I miss that.
You just described Universal Studios. Let's go. That'd be so fun. You get Aperol Spritz and you walk through Old Town New York. Actually, I think you get arrested. I don't think you can just walk through those areas.
You can't. You can't do that.
I might know somebody.
Okay.
You can take us on a walking tour.
Well, that sounds like an okay day, I guess. If I have to. That sounds terrible. I don't want to go to Universal City Walk. It sounds like hell. All right. Should we head into this episode's Cosmic Update?
Beep, 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 boo, chica, chica.
Okay, so we are recording this episode on Friday, but hopefully we'll put this out in like the next day or two.
Even if not, the cosmos, they linger.
They are, but I do want to just like bring the big attention to Monday, the 29th, because there's a lot happening like on that day.
Yeah.
So maybe we've managed to put this out in advance of it. Maybe we haven't, but that's okay too. So
yeah, because the cosmos, they linger.
That's true. Well, most of the time.
They linger.
You can try to make that work.
The cosmos,
They linger. Some planets linger. Some planets don't.
It's my new single that's coming out.
Mercury be lingering this time around. So here's the deal.
Yeah.
On Monday,
Yes.
in this order.
On the 29th of June.
Correct.
Yes.
We have the full moon in Capricorn,
We do.
which I want to break down in a moment.
Yes.
We have Jupiter and their ingress into Leo,
And she's moving into Leo, yes.
leaving Cancer,
Mm-hmm.
never to return for 12 years.
12 years.
So it's a big deal. And we have Mercury stationing retrograde in Cancer and will stay in Cancer while the sun is in Cancer. So we're going to have two planets co-present in Cancer for all of Cancer season.
Yep.
Okay. So that's a lot happening in a single day.
And the day before that, Mars has entered Gemini.
Which is going to trigger Uranus.
Mm-hmm.
And Uranus has been in conversation with Pluto, who is basically at the same degree in Aquarius. So they're both in air signs, having lengthy phone conversations about disruptions and power.
Yeah.
And
It's going to trigger.
the sextile to Neptune as well.
Oh, uh-huh.
So these three outer planets,
Did you say Pluto too?
Pluto,
Yeah.
who's on the phone with
Pluto.
Uranus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Neptune. The three outer planets are all being triggered first by Mars and then by Jupiter and then later in the month by the sun.
Triggering my trauma.
Yeah, correct. It's a little unprecedented to have the three outer planets in such close angle to each other. They're
Yeah.
all basically just like sitting around 4 degrees.
Yeah.
So the full moon in Capricorn kind of starts the awareness of this as these angles are approaching. And then it's the full moon in Aquarius at the end of the month that kind of, I don't want to say like puts a period at the end of the sentence because there's no such thing as a period when it comes to astrology. Like it just keeps evolving and spiraling.
Right.
But we're kind of building towards that. So it's just important to be aware of these outer planets and how Mars is kind of activating the conversation between them.
Yeah. I mean, not to mention too that just, Mars is an action-oriented planet and it's moving into a air sign, so action can sometimes get muddled in the words, lost in the ideas, lost in the words.
Potentially.
Um,
Mars and Gemini too might have like opposing ideas
Yeah.
or trying to like walk two paths at the same time.
Yeah, Mars, we can get a little stifled with a Mars in Gemini because we want to move forward, but we get lost in some of the ideas. And but I think
keep in
it's
mind
also
that Mars is answering to a retrograde Mercury.
exactly. So this Mars in Gemini already has some challenges going for it. So it does then just become about really being clear in the communication, at first with yourself.
Yeah.
Before you start speaking things.
Well, and that is actually a really good segue into this full moon.
Yeah.
Because the full moon in Capricorn and then in a month, the full moon in Aquarius both answer to Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
And Saturn is in Aries right now. And so the work or the responsibility that Saturn is asking us to do in Aries is about ourself. It's about our identity and it's about our will. And I think that there's a lot of chaos and there's more to come. I think Leo season and Jupiter in Leo is going to up the drama. But oftentimes we can use the drama as an excuse to not participate in our own destiny.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, well, what does it matter that I do this thing? Because the whole world's catching on fire. Or how can I even concentrate because the World Cup is happening? And it's like, yes, Diva, the World Cup is happening. And maybe that's the positive of Mars and Gemini. It's like we have to do two things at the same time. You have to focus on yourself and your own work, and you also have to participate in the world to the extent that your nervous system can handle participating in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So when we look at this full moon in Capricorn, we have the Cancer Capricorn polarity activated, right? We have the sun in Cancer, we have the moon in Capricorn. And as we teach in astrology, you need to lean into the polar opposite in order to fully express the sign, right? So Cancer is our emotions. It's the boundaries that we set. It's the container for ourselves. And Capricorn is about the future. It's very goal-oriented. It's very practical. What are we building for ourselves? And a full moon is illumination. It's peak exposure. So I think what wants to happen here, like right before the retrograde, right before Jupiter shifts into a new sign and starts a whole new cycle of expansion, it's time for us to really set the next goal that we want for ourselves. Illuminating, where do you want to go? What do you want to move towards? And the thing about goals is that they are not fixed.
No.
Using a Cancer metaphor here, like if you leave the shore and you're heading towards the horizon, if the horizon is your goal, once you get out into the open water, you're more easily able to pivot and see where you're actually heading. Sometimes you just have to leave the shore. You have to go towards a goal, maybe even arbitrarily.
Are you sure you want to leave the shore?
Yes, you want to leave the shore.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Why don't I want to leave the shore?
Oh, I'm just curious if you're sure you want to leave the
I'm
shore.
sure I want to leave the shore. She sells seashells by the seashore.
Just checking.
Once you are in the open water, metaphorically speaking, once you're moving towards your goal, then you start to pivot. You go like, oh, I thought I wanted this thing. As I move towards it, I realize I want to move more towards this thing. But if you're always refining, if you're always like trying to create the perfect goal, you never get off the shoreline. Sometimes you just like have to take the adventure anyways.
Yeah.
And I do think that because you have this co-presence of Saturn and Neptune, I mean, they are starting to separate a fair amount. There's 10 degrees between them, but Neptune is still influencing Saturn. So there is this like hazy projection that's happening where it's like, I think we're all struggling to see ourselves clearly. And what's happening is we're projecting ourselves onto other people. So let other people help you figure out what your goals are going to be. And then you have a whole month to kind of refine, but you got to put a flag in the ground.
Yeah.
This is the moment.
Yeah.
I know it's summer for us Northern Hemisphere folks. We want to like have a good time. And honestly, Jupiter in Leo is going to be a good time to some extent. Like it's a fun chasing placement. But I think before we get to that, we have to say like, what's the work? What's the goal? What do we want to recommit to? For the long haul, because that's really what Capricorn's looking to do.
Yeah. Well, that also brings to mind for me the fact that with Mars moving into Gemini, it, like you said, is going to have these connections to other of these outer planets specifically.
Yeah.
But it's going to dance directly with Uranus.
Well, it's going to conjunct Uranus. It's going to blow shit up. Yeah.
Exactly. But I also think it's, when we look to Mars being like a very personal influencing planet, and Uranus being more of an outer, tends to be more of a collective.
Yeah.
But I think when Mars gets in there, it's not just about like blowing shit up. It's also about like, to your earlier points about planting a flag and like committing, like it's also like connecting again to that authentic piece of you. Like, well, are we committing to something that is like a purely authentic expression of who we want to be and the ideas that we have and care about in Gemini?
Yeah.
So I think that Mars-Uranus connection does offer like an opportunity to remind ourselves of some of our authentic nature, what's really important, what really makes us who we are, kind of peeling off some of the, layers of presentation a little more.
Yeah.
So that it can be a little more, you up front,
Yeah, for sure. But it's going to bring up a lot of fear.
Oh, of course.
Because of that trine to Pluto.
Mm-hmm.
Because Pluto in Aquarius is about a fear of the future, a fear of technology, even like fear of society at large.
Right.
And so with Uranus, at the same degree, I mean, everybody's at 4. So when Mars is conjunct Uranus, that authenticity is going to bring up that fear of like, well, what will people say if I,
for sure,
express my authenticity?
Yeah.
And it's also, they're both sextiling that Neptune in Aries, also at 4 degrees, which is the spirituality, but also the like delusion,
right? Well, that's where you have to get like, again, promote the meditation, get really quiet with yourself,
yeah,
and get at peace with yourself, and make sure that the authenticity you think you're moving toward in your life isn't just an authenticity you built on the basis of what you think people want from you.
Whoa. Okay, that's actually really good. Make sure the authenticity you're moving towards isn't built on the basis of what you think people want from you.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
I think that's what like creates so much chaos is people are like, well, this is who I am. This is what I believe. And it's like, well, no, it's really just what you've been like told to believe.
Or like,
it's just what your algorithm tells you is true. So you're like, that's true.
Woof.
But if you got super quiet with yourself, you'd probably realize, no, actually, that makes me like a shitty person.
Oh my God.
Why am I believing that?
Oh my God.
Or what have you?
Who are you talking about?
Just people.
Okay. You can tell me later.
I'm not talking about anyone in particular. I'm just talking about, fine, I'm talking about MAGA people. There, I said it. Do you want?
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm just saying, in general, people, I think, anyone who has, I think, like an overwhelming belief in something, like they have to get really clear on it because at times it can be put upon you by other people's impressions, thoughts, voices.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I didn't realize that all this time I was like going after something just because I just really want to fit in.
Yeah.
And I think those are like the true leaders that we aspire to find and have are the ones who are just like really being themselves. I mean, I think that's why like a Bad Bunny does get groupies like me, because I do think he is like unaffected by the world and what it wants of him.
I don't think there's any Pisces in the world that's unaffected by
but
the
you know
world.
what I mean. It's about like how he should live or be.
Well, yeah, I think he's like very committed to exploring his authenticity as connected to like his place of birth and his ancestry and like he knows what's important. He knows what's important to him. But he also did that collaboration with Zara, which was mid.
Well, of course, but that was still an expression of himself. He didn't like, like he didn't do it, I think, to like impress people. Because then like, I don't know if he would do it with Zara.
I don't think anyone goes into Zara to impress people, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. I bought the shorts.
I mean, I bought some cute shorts from Zara too, but I'm not.
I wasn't going to say it.
But it was hot. I needed some shorts.
Oh my
okay.
God.
So when Jupiter moves into Leo, it's going to start to oppose that Pluto as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is just going to bring Pluto into the conversation more than it's been in the last several months.
Right.
And so I just think it's important to like be aware of the Plutonian energy. Pluto is connected to power, Pluto is connected to fear, but Pluto is also a planet of evolution. Because Pluto wants to dismantle something down to the studs, down to the cellular level, and then rebuild it in a way that is more effective and authentic and informed by the conditions of the current time.
Right.
And I do think conditions of the current time is like a phrase that I use for outer planets. Like Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto give us a sense of the conditions of the time in which we are living. But that doesn't mean that we always feel them. So we're talking about personal planets now, like Mars, or even Jupiter to some extent, which is like an interpersonal planet, now making aspect to these larger planets so that we start to feel it. Like these conditions are now coming to your front door, and you're going to be forced to reckon with them, or at least confront them in some way.
Yeah.
But there's also two like types of movement happening. There's like a push and a pull, because Jupiter in Leo is expanding us through our creativity and our courage and our expression. But for the next month, we also still have these two Cancer planets. We've got the Sun and we've got Mercury. And I feel like Cancer planets are more internal. Like they hold the feelings, whereas Leo planets express the feelings.
Oh, okay.
And so there's two ways in which we're exploring this dynamic as we move through. And so you just want to make sure that you're not just expressing without any sort of self-reflection, but you also want to make sure that you're not just like holding your feelings to yourself where they become bigger than they actually are. You want to kind of do that dance.
Right.
Between Cancer and Leo, because it's almost like Cancer season as brought to you by Leo. And then in Leo season, we're still going to have Mercury direct moving back through Cancer. So it's almost like Leo season is brought to you by Cancer. So there's an interesting inversion, which is just happening in general.
Right. Which I think is then just makes a good point to, talk about that Mercury retrograde, that it does come in on the 29th. It goes till July 23rd. It's going to cover from 26 back to 16 degrees of Cancer.
Yep.
So just knowing that, in that time, communication can get over emotional.
Yeah.
As you're saying. And to be really, really aware of how you're choosing to communicate, knowing that you can at times your emotions can get the best of you, or
the worst of you,
indeed. So just being really cautious with how you communicate and choosing to think twice. Really know exactly what it is you want to say and how you want to say it.
Yeah.
So you don't get carried away.
Important also to remind everybody that planets in Cancer answer to the moon, and the moon changes signs every 2.5 days. So communication style changes every 2.5 days.
Yeah.
And so just be aware of that. So having a practice of self-inquiry, which isn't exactly the same thing as meditation, but making sure you understand how you're feeling before you start to put that out into the world. Or if you don't know how you're feeling, making sure that that's expressed as you attempt to figure out how you're feeling and articulate it in the presence of somebody else.
Yeah.
But I think the next year with Jupiter and Leo is a time for everybody to figure out how to make art to some degree.
That. Yeah.
Because, Leo is one of the signs of the artist, the performer, the painter. And I think that art is a really great way to help understand yourself, your soul, and also the conditions of the time. And it's a way that kind of like bypasses the monkey mind and goes deeper. And so I encourage everyone just to start that process, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be you're making art to sell it. You need an Etsy shop. You're going to be the next Dali. It's just like making art because it helps you understand yourself and your life better.
Yeah, I would add to that too. Like own your shine when Jupiter is moving through Leo. Like when, people like give you a compliment, like own it. Just like,
Own your shine. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because it feels like one of those things they'd like put on a pillow that they sell at Home Goods that my mom would have bought like 12 of.
I'm going to look and see if they made them yet. Because if they haven't, own your shine coming soon.
Own Your Shine Astrology.
LLC.
Ownyourshine.com.
Yeah, own your shine. Because you should. And I think we always like the cycles. So we go back to 2014 you know, like, well, who were you in 2014? What was going on for you?
It was so scary.
Because that is the Jupiter in Leo cycle coming back around.
Curious.
So pay attention to 14,
2002.
if you go back that far.
A lot of people do.
I was a baby. All right.
You were 23. But that's a type of baby.
I was 25.
Oh, shit. Well, my math is rough.
But I don't look at.
No, you don't.
Thanks.
Own your shine.
Own your shine. All right. Do you have anything else on there? I feel
No, that was a lot, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
That was like longer than usual cosmic update. But the astrology is astrology-ing this month.
Honey,
so
she is.
we'll be back in a couple weeks to give you some more tea.
Oh, we'll be back.
Yeah.
But we still have one more segment.
Which is a deep dive.
Splash.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath all up on a Saturday night.
Wow, I don't know that song.
I miss a bath. I took a lot of great baths in Europe. I even bought Epsom salts and just put them in my bag from city to city.
Do you remember when I took a bath in Portugal?
Uh-huh.
And then the housekeeper walked in
on you fully naked.
Getting out of the bathtub.
It turns out just because you speak Spanish doesn't mean that somebody who speaks Portuguese can understand you.
No.
And that's a lesson you had to learn the hard way.
Yeah. She walked in and this is what she said. Oh. And then she walked out.
Yeah.
And now we're married.
So stupid. Well, that's one way to get the citizenship. Honestly, I'm not mad at it.
Oh God. Yeah, that was a moment. That was my rose of the trip.
Yeah, getting discovered in the nude.
Exactly.
By a good-looking Portuguese cleaning lady.
Like a French girl. I was like, paint me like one of your French girls.
And she was like, I don't understand what you're saying because
said,
I only speak Portuguese.
Exactly. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about Chiron in Taurus.
It hurts, Daddy. Daddy, it hurts.
Okay, because that just shifted. We have just had Chiron move into Taurus. It was in Aries since 2018, and it's now going to spend, roughly the next 8 years. It's going to dip back in Aries for a few short months at the end of this year.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's pretty much in Taurus. We're there. So, Chiron isn't necessarily one that is actively affecting you all the live long day. But if you have planets in Taurus or have personal planets that will make some sort of aspect to a Chiron moving through Taurus,
yeah,
it's very, very helpful to understand it.
Yeah, fixed signs, be on the lookout, and earth signs, I think, be on the lookout.
Exactly. And then, of course, Taurus, or anyone with a Taurus moon, Taurus rising.
That's a fixed earth. That's the fixed earth sign right there.
Yes. And then, of course, my fellow folks who have Chiron in Taurus natally, you will be having your Chiron return.
So we should say it takes Chiron 50 years to move around the entire zodiac.
Yeah. I'm somehow this weird anomaly of science where it's for some reason happening in my chart only 39 years after I was born.
Please don't confuse everybody just because you're vain and embarrassed to say that you're almost 50 years old.
Yeah. It's weird. Because it's 36 years.
This is like Robert Pattinson trying to convince
back?
everybody that he's Gen Z. Have you seen this? Where he's like, I'm Gen Z, you
of
guys.
course.
Well, he's not Gen Z and you're not 39.
No, 36 years later. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know. We're figuring it out. I'm working with scientists.
What do you think Chiron and Taurus is about?
Well, Chiron being the wounded healer,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but I think ultimately it's really tapping into like our greatest sensitivity, right? Our greatest wound initially.
Mm-hmm.
And Taurus is all about the body.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about worth,
Mm-hmm.
self-worth, self-value. And I think it's also about like our connection to love and beauty as like a collective thing that we can embody.
Right, because it's a Venus-ruled Chiron.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think when Chiron is in Taurus, whether natally or just
At the
moving
Mo.
through, yeah. At the Mo?
At
Is
the
that
Mo.
what you said?
Yeah, at the Mo.
Okay. At the Mo.
People say that.
Do they?
They do now.
Aaliyah, do people say that?
At the Mo?
Aaliyah
At the
has
Mo.
never heard a person say that. Honey. I don't even think it's like been written in a thread. It's not.
I'm sure it has.
I think you
I'm
made that up.
sure it has.
You know
I'm
what?
sure I've heard it somewhere.
Here's when it gets picked up. When Charlie XCX releases her big hit At the Mo,
I mean,
I'm gonna
it's
give you credit.
It's a great song title, actually.
Yeah. No, I'm here for it.
All right, please.
It's kind of also one of those things you would see like on a pillow at Home Goods.
Okay, I'm feeling very attacked right now. I'm feeling roasted.
At the Mo LLC.
Oh shit!
No, it's good. I love it.
It reminds me of like one of our first episodes when I referred to Janis Joplin as the Jop.
Well, I remember that.
Which no one has ever
Oh yeah,
said.
the job.
Oh God, I'm insane. All right, please
You're just an Aquarius, honey.
take us into take us into
Okay.
Chiron.
What was I saying? Chiron and Taurus. You have trouble being in a body.
Uh-huh.
You know, like bodies do weird things. They, you may struggle extra with just like physical needs, physical comfort.
Yeah.
You know, I'm obviously talking like from my own personal experience
Yeah.
because I am a 0 degree Chiron in Taurus.
Yeah.
So mine got activated immediately. I actually like looked at it and was like, oh yeah, Chiron moved into Taurus the day before I was born. So it was like literally
Wow.
within like just hours. Which is I think probably why I got sick, you know?
But you know what's interesting is we talk about Chiron as being the wounded healer because the philosophy is that when you learn how to heal the thing deepest in you, you become a really powerful healer for that particular type of wound.
Yes.
And I think you are somebody who has struggled for a long time, not just with like being in your body, but also like being here on the planet, like the larger body that we live on. Because I connect Taurus to nature as well.
Yeah.
But I also think that like one of your great gifts as an astrologer and a writer and a teacher is that you help people to actually feel very like comfortable and confident in themselves.
No.
It's true. Like that's the gift you give. I mean, as an astrologer, you're literally telling people like how to own their shine and to like be in a receptive place of their own value, right?
Yeah.
Like you're worth nourishment. You're worth being here. And what we
Thank
were talking
you.
about earlier, like Taurus is connected to the throat and to the voice. Like you're worth expressing yourself as well.
Yes, completely. And I think that is something that gets more easily lost with a Chiron in Taurus. But I wonder now with Chiron moving into Taurus for 8 years, if we will see somewhat of a collective shift around that, you know, like around like people getting a deeper sense of their worth, their value. I actually was, thinking about how, Chiron was discovered in 77, which is why it was there and, it was in Taurus when we started to talk about it.
Oh, wait. We should yes, right. Chiron was in Taurus when it was discovered for the first time.
Exactly.
right around your literal birth.
Yeah.
Wow, that's intense.
Some would say not a coincidence.
No.
I'm just saying.
I don't think
I
it is
might
a
have
coincidence.
been responsible for Chiron, guys.
You are Chiron.
I am Chiron. Back. Own your shine.
LLC.
The job. So basically, like,
The job.
but you know what I'm saying? Like collectively, because if you think back on the last 8 years, Chiron has been in Aries. So Aries is all about
Self-worth.
Self-identity.
Will.
Yeah, will. And if you think about
Everything that's
how-
happened that has disempowered us from those things.
Yeah, and how aggressively everyone has been like fighting to assert their will, assert their identity. Like you think of like TikTok and social media.
Oof.
It's like, I'm here, look at me. I'm here, look at me. I can do this, I can do that.
Oh, it's exhausting.
You know, but then it's like we're left with this sense of like, did that do anything for you? I don't know.
But it got them
you,
like a free trip to like Bali.
for sure, but does it leave you with a greater sense of self-worth or
Well,
self-value?
Left them with a parasite that they got in Bali.
Which sure, maybe left you looking snatched. But do you feel better about yourself inside?
Yeah.
So I think we now shift into this place of like, okay, what did that get me?
Mm-hmm.
And what do I really care about? What do I want to be, you know, like worth now? And so I think it deepens that story for us.
Mm-hmm.
So I think collectively, that's what we can hopefully see is like, okay, well, what are we really worth? What are you really worth? What is really a value to you? And like, how do you really like channel into a deeper sense of self-worth? Tackle some of the challenges that have caused your lack of self-worth to rise up. And how do we shift that? How do we face some of those wounds? And particularly maybe around our bodies, you know, like how you treat your body is how you believe you deserve to be treated by others.
Ooh.
And so I think it's like important for us to really analyze, like, while Chiron is in Taurus, how we treat our physical selves, because I do think that that is just a reflection. Right?
And the land on which you live,
Yes,
because that's also a reflection.
exactly.
Because it's a reminder of the interconnectedness.
Exactly.
And just to kind of like weave this whole episode together, Chiron sitting at the very first degree of Taurus
Mm-hmm.
squares both Pluto at 4 degrees of Aquarius
Yep.
and Jupiter moving into the very early degrees. So it creates a bit of like a T-square, right?
Right. And what do we always say about T-squares?
It's a grand cross.
Right. Because you're pulling back that arrow and
You're shooting
it.
it at 0 degrees of Scorpio.
Exactly. So Scorpio is all about
Transformation.
transformation, but also like deep self-analysis.
Right. Like
Right?
what
Like,
have you,
what has created the psychology that you are now living off of?
Yeah. It's like the floodlights go on in the fear closet and everything that you were trying to not look at is illuminated in a way that is unavoidable. But I think perhaps Chiron, as opposed to thinking of it as this thing that we should like be afraid of or nervous about, it's like that deep vulnerability, that tenderness, being brave enough to give voice to the things that hurt. That's actually the connective tissue that we need from the Leo, that Jupiter and Leo energy, and that Pluto and Aquarius energy.
Yeah.
Because that opposition can feel fraught and like neither one's going to move.
Right.
So we move to that Chiron Taurus, that like soft in the body.
Well, and what you said about Leo's creativity, I think we can make beauty from our pain with this. So
It's the only thing we can do at this Mo.
at the Mo, make beauty
From your pain.
from your pain. And I think that that is a healthy way to move through
Yeah.
this energy.
You know who did that?
Who?
The Jop. She made beauty from her pain.
I'm done.
As am I. Let's pull a tarot card and bring this episode in for a close.
We need to. Because I need a drink.
I think we'll do another episode that's like more specifically about the Chiron return,
Oh, yes.
since we just really barely touched on it.
And I'm going to be an expert soon.
Yeah, well,
I'm
that's
in
true.
it.
Yeah, you'll be able to like share.
I'm in the thick of it.
Yeah, for sure. Also, I just want to pitch that we are doing the second part of our Astrology of 2026 workshop.
Yes, we are.
And even if you didn't sign up for it, you can join us just for the second half. It's happening on July 9th.
Yes.
It's a 90-minute workshop that you can attend live on Zoom, or we will send out a recording, and we're going to break down the astrology of the next 6 months. And if you're interested in that, just shoot us an email at thespiritualgaze@gmail.com or slide into our DMs.
Go on. But please send nudes.
Or feet pics.
I don't want to see people's feet. That's not my thing.
I learned recently that the reason why
Or
people
just
have
poems.
Gorgeous poems.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
I mean, God.
I haven't looked into this, but there was a woman on The Ladies of London, which I watched in its entirety on the flight from London back to Los Angeles, who said the reason people have foot fetishes is because the part of the brain that is your like sexuality is right next to the part of the brain that's like connected to like feet in some way. And so like those parts get too close. And so it's like when you see feet, you're just like sexually triggered because it's like right there in the brain. And so it's just like, and that's why so many people have foot fetishes because it's
that's
right there.
fascinating.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
That is wild.
Now, she was the most problematic member of that cast, so I don't know if we can trust anything that she said.
Well, I mean, look.
But she was also the one that taught me that all the trees in London are male trees, which is why the pollen is so bad, which was true. We got there and everybody was sneezing.
It was awful. And I certainly don't judge anyone who likes feet or is into feet. I mean, own your shine.
All right, take a moment, everybody. We're going to pull a tarot card to bring us in for a landing. So connect to the cards by listening in to the sound of them being shuffled and just trusting that this message will resonate no matter the future, place, or time to which you listen to this episode. We're asking for one card to give us a sense of how we can best work with these energies that we've been talking about: the Mercury retrograde, the Capricorn full moon, the Jupiter moving into Leo. King of Swords reversed. King of Swords reversed. Okay, so the King of Swords is the teacher, the orator, the writer of the deck. And so usually King of Swords is like, speak from your experience, like be an authority of your own life, wield your words. But I actually think the reversal is, please shut up. Please listen. Please, like, don't be in such a rush to articulate yourself and instead just, like, sit and be with it. Like, sometimes a reversal says, like, hold that back a little bit. And so I think that with a Mercury retrograde and with Jupiter moving into Leo, which can be, like, a penchant for drama, perhaps best to, like, not say the first thing that comes into your mind.
Say less.
Yeah, say less and listen more for a little bit. And listen through your heart and see what sort of authority that gives you. Listen to what people aren't saying. And listen to what you're not saying. Because right now, especially like what you were talking about, like all the influencers and everybody out there asserting themselves in their own way. It's like, what isn't being said? What's not being like put out there is actually the most interesting thing. So be a little bit of a detective and just pay attention. Like, what isn't being said? What aren't you saying? So that way you have like a better, bigger picture of what's really happening. I'm inspired.
Say less.
I'm gonna pick up my meditation practice.
Yes, meditate.
Yeah, meditate, everybody. Even just for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's all you need.
And then you can do a crossword.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We always appreciate you. Appreciate you spending your time with us here at The Spiritual Gaze. If you want to learn more about us, you can check us out at thespiritualgaze.com. You can learn how to work with us there. Of course, as Brandon said, shoot us an email at thespiritualgaze@gmail.com if you want to sign up for the second part of our Astrology of 2026.
Until next time, this has been your transit through the Spiritual Gaze. Own your shine.
At the Mo.